everyone. My name is Ahmed from America. My father is from Jordan and my mother's from Morocco. So I have like a little bit of a mix, but I was born in America. But now I live here in Osaka in Japan. And today I'd like to talk to you about our school, Osaka Bunka Kokusai Gakkou, or in English, the Osaka International School of Language and Culture. And so today I'm going to give you a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation. And then if anybody has any questions at the end, like you can ask me in the chat. So I will start the presentation right now. Okay, so this is our school. So we are the Osaka Bunka Kokusai Gakkou, located in Osaka, Japan. Maybe you've heard of Osaka. It's the second biggest city after Tokyo. We are in the middle of the western part, like middle western part of Japan, near Kyoto, near Kobe, and near Nara, if you've heard of those places before. So basically our school. So what can you do at our school? That's the number one question that a lot of students have. Basically, our school is, as you can see, like in these pictures, it's your first step for your next stage. So you come to Osaka Bunka Kokusai Gakkou, you come to our Obkg to learn Japanese, because we are just a Japanese language school. And you use your Japanese to move on to university, move on to the getting a job if you have a university degree, or go on to like a master's program or graduate program or what have you. So I'm going to talk about that today in my presentation. So why choose Obkg? Well, the first reason is safety. So Osaka, like I said, is located about the middle of Japan. About 2 hours and 20 minutes from Tokyo by bullet train, about an hour from Kyoto and Hyogo by regular train. And Osaka is ranked very high, so we are a very safe place. And as you know, Japan is a very safe country. We have one of the lowest crime rates in all of the world. And in Osaka, it's a very, very big city. So as you can tell by the photos here, we have, this is the left side here is Osaka Castle. This is actually a recreation of the original castle because it was destroyed during World War II and many other wars in the past. The right side here is Osaka's main station, right next to our school. It's the very next station. The bottom left, you can see is Universal Studios Japan. And the Super Nintendo world, where you can act like Super Mario. I know a lot of you love Super Mario. I love Super Mario. And here you can experience like the whole Super Mario world as if you were like living there. And the bottom right is Dotonbori, which is like the nightlife area of Osaka. And Osaka is very famous for food. These are some of the very famous foods that we have in Osaka. None of them use pork, so it's very good for you guys. The first one on the top is takoyaki. It's like a fried octopus ball. The right side is okonomiyaki, which is like a Japanese like pizza pancake kind of thing. The bottom left is udon, and the bottom right is called unagi, which is like the eel, broiled eel. Very good, very delicious. I recommend. So here's Osaka map of Osaka. Our school is located right here where you see the three little characters. And that's only one station away from the main Osaka station. So we are very urban. So basically after school, before school, if you want to go to Starbucks, you want to go to McDonald's, you want to do some like shopping, you can do it very easily from our school, only about 3 minutes by train. And like I said, we're close to Kobe, we're close to Kyoto, and we're close to Nara, which are some of the big like touristy areas in the country. Especially Kyoto. Like I'm sure you've all heard of Kyoto before. It's only about 45 minutes from school. And there you can check out all the old traditional culture. And for the Muslims in attendance today, there are many different halal facilities around. So as you can tell on this map, there's some, here's some mosques there around in the area, the masjid. The one that I go to is this one, the Kobe Masjid. It's the oldest like masjid mosque in Japan. And you can tell about the little halal mark on the screen. These are like locations of halal restaurants and halal stores that sell halal foods and like spices and things that you might miss from your home country. Here in the middle, you can see like there's also halal ramen, which does not use pork. It was very delicious. I definitely recommend, but it's a little expensive. And Osaka is also very friendly for Muslims. Like you can find prayer rooms in all of the major stations, like Osaka Station, and in hotels, in shopping malls, for you to go pray. The Osaka Tourism Bureau also has like this map available for Muslims, so you know where the halal restaurants are, the masjid, the mosque, the stores, and other services that are geared for Muslims. And the bottom right, we also have a no pork ramen, ichiran. This is actually the only one in Japan right now. So you can have special no pork version of ramen, which is famous all over the world. So now let me talk a little bit more about the school again. So our school is located in, like I said, one station away from Osaka Station. And it's a relatively large building. We have 2 buildings side by side and 12 classrooms. As you can see here, some students like hanging outside the school. So we have 16 classrooms. One class can fit up to 20 students. Right now, most of our students are from Indonesia and China, but I hope to see more people from many different Middle Eastern and similar countries. Like I want to see people from Turkey, Saudi Arabia, etc. I hope you can come visit us here in Osaka and study here for 1 or 2 years. We also have like little like a break room so the students can take a break during classes. We also have a room that can be used for for praying. So if you want to use the prayer room, you just talk to the teacher. We open the room for you. And now I'll go into more of the technical details about our school. So again, why choose Obkg? Well, the next reason is because of our long history. So actually, Osaka Bunka Kokusai Gakkou, our school, is one of the longest running schools in all of Osaka. I think we're like probably the oldest language school here in Osaka from 1985. So it's older than me. And these are, we also have, because of our long history, we have many partner universities and partner schools that our students can go to after graduating our school. So one of the #1 questions we get from students who want to come to study is scholarships, scholarships, scholarships. So our school, we don't have like scholarships for Japanese language schools, like the same for like all language schools in the country. But because our school has a long history, as you can see, these schools on the screen right now, we have discounts and scholarships for these schools after you leave our school. For some schools, if you have good English scores, you can actually get up to 100% free tuition. Last year, 5 of our students could get 100% tuition paid off for the school of their choice. A lot of them got like half the tuition paid, and some of them got like 20–30% paid. Some of them get like a monthly discount as well. So because they are students from our school, these kind of discounts are not offered to anybody else from other language schools, just our language school. And what can you study in Japan after leaving our school? So I know a lot of people, especially in the Middle East, you want to study, you like business. and business management. And these are, we have connections with schools with business management, with economics, with politics, welfare, history, etc. In the science department, we also have partner schools with biotechnology, mechanical engineering, IT, mathematics, environmental studies, robotics, marine studies, geoscience, chemical engineering. So if there's a major that you want to study, our school can help you find the way. And of course, like vocational schools, like technical colleges. So these are not universities. Like they're not 4 years, they're usually like 2 years. But in Japan, if you graduate from a technical college in Japan, you can actually get a job in those fields. So I know a lot of people like Japan, they like anime, they like manga, they like fashion and arts. And you can study these subjects after leaving our school and then get a job in those fields, either in Japan or back in your home country. Maybe you can go back to your home country, start an animation studio with the knowledge that you learned here in Japan. And because you know Japanese, you can connect with Japanese companies, maybe make your whole new business. Maybe you can be the next big animation studio. So another reason, so like I'm talking about the universities and technical colleges. What's another reason to choose our school? 100% university and technical college admission rate. Our school, all students who want to go to university, all students who want to go to technical college, all of them, 100% of them will get accepted to one of these schools. This is not a joke. This is not a lie. This is 100% true. Every year, 100% of our students, we make sure that they get what they want to do. If you want to go to university after studying Japanese for 2 years, that our teachers are ready to help. If you want to go back to your country after 2 years, that is okay. But our school, we love to see our students thrive in Japan. So we always brag about our 100% technical college and admissions rate. Why do we have 100% admissions rate? Because of these two tests. So the first one is the EJU, which is the examination for Japanese university admission for international students, and the JLPT, the Japanese language proficiency exam. And these two exams, if you get a good enough score, you can get into university. Our school helps you get those scores. Some of our students who just came to Japan like 6 months ago have already received high enough scores to go to university without even with our heavy studying here. Oh, and there's some questions already. Can you inform us about fees and the age limit? Yes, I will ask you. I will answer these questions at the end of the presentation. They're actually in my PowerPoint. Okay. So for the EJU, so the EJU is a test for like mathematics, social studies, and science. And you can take it in English or Japanese. We prefer that you take it in Japanese, obviously, because this is Japan. And if you take it in Japanese, you have more options to go to university in the future. And our students have really high scores. So, for example, the November 2020 test, the reading and listening, out of 400 points, the national average for all students in Japan was only 238 points. The average for our school was 258 points. But for the higher level classes, the average was 294 points. This is unheard of in most schools. For the writing exam, out of 50 points, the national average is 34 points. Our average is 38.6 points. But again, our higher end classes, 42.1 on the writing test. And like I said, majority of our students are from like Indonesia and other countries like that do not use Chinese characters. So these students come to Japan with basically nothing. And in 1 or 2 years, they have enough Japanese to get high enough score on this test to go into university here as an international student. As for the JLPT, so the highest level of the JLPT is N1. Next is N2, N3, N4, and N5. And for our school, as you can tell by these numbers, the national average for the N1 passing rate is only 41.8%. It's a very hard test. I struggled with it. It took me a while to pass. But our students, 80% of our students passed the JLPT, the highest level test. 80%, I'm saying 80% of our students who took the test passed. And for the level 2, which is enough for you to get a job in Japan as well, 50% of students nationwide passed, but 90% of our students who took the test passed. This is unheard of in other schools. We can brag about this because our school has very, very, very high scores. So basically, how to get into Japanese university while you're in Japan. First, you have the document screening, so the EJU, JLPT. If you have a TOEFL or TOEIC test exam score, that helps too. We often tell our students to get these English language scores before you come to Japan, because it'll help you very much. And then when you go to the university itself, you take a Japanese language test and some other subjects. Then you have an interview in Japanese, about 20 minutes. The wonderful thing about our school is we help with you all these steps, especially interview practice. So we'll sit down with you and like a real interview. We ask you the questions, we tell you how to sit, how to speak, how to into the room, how to bow, everything. And because of this, our students can all go on to university. And for those who already have university degrees, we also have the business Japanese class. So actually right now, starting in October, we have a business Japanese class for about 20 students who want to get a job after leaving our school. And basically we help them find suits, help them tie neckties, do their ethics, the language, how to do a business interview, because a business interview is different than like the university interview. So you have to be able to sell yourself in a good way. So we help you with this. Sorry if I talk too fast. And we also have help for the BJT, which is the Business Japanese Proficiency Test. It's a little bit different from the previous test, the JLP test that I talked about, but it tests you more in things that you need for working in Japan. So what do you need to get a job in Japan after our school? One is the university degree. So you need a 4-year degree before coming to Japan. JLPT level 2 or higher, and English skills like TOEIC or TOEFL. And with these, you can get a job with at least a minimum salary of 200,000 yen a month. So this is minimum. Recently, it's much higher, like 250,000 yen a month for most of the students that I've seen in our school. And these are just some pictures of some of the students who went on to get jobs after our school. Also, we have, to keep our students motivated, we do have some incentives from OBKG. So it's not like it's not a scholarship, but it's a little like, I guess, yeah, incentive. So first we have the Excellence Award. So one student will get like a 50,000 yen, like a gift card or cash. And for students who pass the N1 or N2 with high scores, we give them 10,000 yen per person. And for the EJU top scorers, we give them also 10,000 yen per person. And in the bottom left picture, these are actually, there's 3 students here. They got perfect scores on the JLPT, on the level 2 test, which is amazing. Like I can't do that, sorry. It's a hard test. So every day I see these students, I'm so impressed how like far they've come in such a short time. And again, lastly, for this part of the presentation is why choose OBKG. And the B in our name is Bunka. Bunka in Japanese is culture. And you can learn about Japanese culture at our school, of course. So Japanese culture, as you know, is spans back many, many, many hundreds of years. And in this picture here is it's called like a danjiri, like a float, where you pick it up on your shoulders and you walk down the street. And our students actually participate in this festival. Unfortunately, like, you know, last couple of years of COVID-19, we haven't had any festivals going on in Osaka, but hopefully, inshallah, next year, these festivals will take place again, and our students can participate in them again. So basically, they participate in this cool festival. They dress up like traditional Japanese wear, and they have fun. And at night, there's good, huge fireworks show. Also, we have classes. In our classes, we teach Japanese calligraphy. So with like a brush and ink, you write like this, and you write like Japanese characters. And as you can see this picture, everyone's very proud of their work. It's very difficult. So to get to like this level is very hard, and they all did a really good job. This is like how we teach students about setsubun. So setsubun is like the division of the seasons. This is in February, where you say like out with the oni. So the oni is like the devil, and in with the fortune. And you throw like beans at the devil to get them to leave. And when you throw the beans, you get fortune in. So we teach students about all these traditional Japanese traditions. Also, every year we take our students on a field trip. This is the 2019 field trip, because 2020 and 2021, we couldn't go on a field trip because of COVID-19. But 3 years ago, we took our students to Shiga Prefecture, which is about an hour and a half away by bus. And our students could learn about like traditional Japanese culture, and they could participate in like different kinds of events. So next week, our school we're going to a field trip for the first time in 3 years. So everyone's very excited. And lastly, let me talk a little bit more about the lifestyle in Osaka. So one of the questions right now is family life in Japan. Are you arranging homestay? This is like a personal thing, depends on the student. So I'll talk about that later. So the school dormitories. So about 15 minutes walking from our school, we have our school dormitory. And okay. And every student has their own room, their own shower, and their own toilet, and only one person per room. So for Japanese language schools in Japan, this is very rare. A lot of students have a lot of language schools have 2 students, 3 students in a room. But here we value our students' privacy. So every student has their own room where they have internet access, hot water, a kitchen, a toilet, bath, and their own air conditioner. So they can, basically you can spend your whole day in here. Obviously the picture is like nothing inside, but we also provide like a mattress and desk, chair, refrigerator, and so on. And a lot of our students, we encourage our students to have part-time jobs, because there's no better way to learn Japanese than by experiencing it. And through the part-time job, you can learn Japanese much quicker, because now you're talking with real Japanese customers, you're talking with real Japanese coworkers, and you're learning new skills as you go along. In Osaka, this is actually old, a little bit old, because from next month, the hourly wage for Osaka is actually going to be 1,023 yen per hour. That's about $9 right now per hour minimum. So you can get even more depending on the time and what kind of work it is. But by working up to 28 hours a week, you can definitely make enough money for your dorm fees, for your daily life fees, for your food, cellular telephone, and so on. This is some pictures of our students who are working part-time. So right in front of me over there, there's a 7-Eleven convenience store, and many of our students are working there right now. And the right side is a supermarket, which is about, I'd say, 10 minutes walking from here. Not even, like 5 minutes walking. There's a big supermarket where some of our students are working, stocking shelves and helping customers. And for these part-time jobs, some of our students, they've only been here for 3 months, but they already like have enough Japanese to work at a convenience store and serve Japanese customers and normal foreign customers as well. Here's some more pictures, like our students working as waiters, waitresses, restaurant kitchen staff, and etc. So the living costs in Osaka, basically, if you have a part-time job, you can make anywhere from 40,000 to 100,000 yen a month. And because the dormitory is 44,000 yen a month, you can easily pay off your rent, plus have money left over for your food, electricity, transportation fees, etc. So when you come to Japan, one of the requirements from the immigration department is that you pay for the first year tuition. So once you pay the first year of tuition, you don't have to pay anything else while you're in Japan except for your dorm fees. And by working part-time job, you can make all that money back very simply. And speaking of tuition fees, so the 1-year course and the 2-year course starts in April. It's 640,000 yen a year, plus the 80,000 yen extracurricular activity fee. The 1-year, 3 months course starting in January, we're recruiting right now, actually. The 1-year, 3-month course, you need like a Japanese JLPT level 3 or above because it's such a short course. But the 1-year course, the 2-year course, or yeah, the 1-year course, the 2-year course, and the 1-year, 9-month course, you can come to Japan with 0 Japanese. We have 0 Japanese class. For students who have like maybe like N4, N5, N4 level, the 1-year, 6 months course starting in October is also recommended. And here you can see the prices for the first year and the second year. So not only is our school like very like high level, and our students go on to do very good things, but our tuition fees are actually like the lowest, or some of the lowest that I've seen for a Japanese language school. So that's it for my presentation, exactly 30 minutes. You can find us on YouTube. Take a screenshot. Find us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Line. I like post things on Instagram and Facebook almost weekly. Well, every week I post something. So check us out. You can find like videos about our school on YouTube. On YouTube, we have a 15-minute video, a 3-minute video, and a 2-minute video where you can learn more about our school. So now let me go to the Q&A and start answering your questions. So the first question in the Q&A is, can you please inform us about the fees? So like I said, here, I'll show the fees again. So the fees for our school. So basically, these are the fees for the tuition. There are other fees that are required. For example, like the documents fee, the insurance fee, and the other fees, but that's only about 100,000 yen total. If you want to know more about the fees in general, please email me I'll put my email in the chat. So my email here is in the chat. Oops, sorry. And you can email me with questions if you want to know like the breakdown of the exact costs. Okay, the next question is there an age limit? I wouldn't say there's an age limit, but usually within 5 years of your last level of education. So for example, if you graduated high school at 18 years old, we within 5 years of that, so 23, but maybe you graduated university at 22. So within 5 years is 27. But don't let that stop you, because we also have students in the 30s. We have one student next month coming from America in her 40s. So there's no real like there's no age like defined age limit, but it really just depends on you, your qualifications, and what you want to do with Japanese in the future. So the next question is nothing hard. I don't know. Skip. The next question is, I want to experience family life in Japan. Are you arranging homestay? So we don't arrange the homestay through our school. There are services that exist that if you want to learn, you want to do homestay. We usually recommend that you just live in a dorm with other students, because I've heard of trouble with homestay families. And especially like for Muslims, like it's hard to get them to understand all the different requirements that you need for your diet, for prayers, for making wudu and things like that. The next question is, do you offer any assistance when finding a part-time job? The answer is yes. Many businesses around the area give us their information, and we introduce students to work there. One of them, again, like I said, 7-Eleven over there. Maybe you guys know KFC, the Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's one 5 minutes walk from our school. Right now there's 6 of our students working part-time. So they came to us, they asked us if we have any students who want to work, and we gave them. There's 3 students working at a cafe not too far from here. The cafe asked it for students. Hotels, like cleaning services, etc. We have a lot of connections that we can help you find a part-time job easily. The next question, is it necessary to show a certain amount of money in the bank account? And if yes, how much should we have in our account? So this is a, I guess, difficult question. So basically, 2 million yen in a bank account would be best. It could be your bank account, or it could be your sponsor's bank account. So everybody is required to have a sponsor, like a guarantor for their studies, but you can sponsor yourself if you have enough money in your bank account. And usually it's 2 million yen. And all you need to do is show like a screenshot of your bank statement, or like just a statement from the bank, print it out and show it to us. Depending on the country, you might actually have to go to the bank and get a certified copy, but this is something we can talk about if you're interested. The next question is, what are the qualifications needed to apply? So the number one qualification is you must be graduated from high school or high school equivalent in your country. So what that means is usually 17, 18 years old, you should be graduated from university, or sorry, high school, and that's enough. Depending on the country, you may need JLPT scores, but this depends on what your country of origin, so that one you can ask me. The other qualifications, like I just mentioned, the bank account, about 2 million yen in savings would be best. Other things you would need qualification for is like a resume, and a reason for studying Japanese, handwritten. But these are things that I provide to you. You write it out and send it back. The next question is, I might have missed it because I got disconnected, but which master degrees do you offer? So our school, we're just Japanese language school. We don't offer any degree, but we help you go on to school to learn whatever you want. So if you come to our school, you learn Japanese for 2 years, and you want to go to a Japanese university to do your graduate program, your master's program, we help you with your application process. So last year, 2 years ago, we had a student who went to a master's program to do at Kyoto University to work on her thesis for advanced nuclear science. So this is a very difficult thing, but because she learned Japanese for 2 years in our school, she was accepted into the graduate program, and now she's working on her degree there. The next question is in Japanese. So they said they want the answer in Japanese too. So excuse me, I'm going to answer in Japanese. So 入学金や授業料は分割でもいいですか？一応分割はできないです。なぜなら、入国管理局、イミグレーションが、こういう、十分、お金払える人だけは、許可おります。なので、まず1年分だけ、全部払わないといけないです。で、授業で日本語教師育成講座受けられますか？はい、そうですね。日本語教師育成講座は、現在はないですが、その生徒がいれば、そういうコースも開催することはできます。で、学校で日本語の勉強終わった後に、その学校で教師になりますか？それはちょっと難しいかな。私たち学校の売りの一つは、先生方も全員日本人です。それは、すごい日本語上手い人だったら、校長先生と相談して、それまた変わるかもしれないけど、今のところは、先生方は全員日本人です。もし詳しいことを聞きたいでしたら、チャットで私のメールアドレスを書いてますので、ぜひぜひメッセージお願いいたします。The next question is in English. Can the whole application process be done online? Or do I need to airmail my original documents? So this is a good question. Until recently, everything online scan was okay. But because of coronavirus is getting less prevalent, I guess is the word. Immigration is requiring original documents for some things. Like for bank statements, for JLPT scores, we want the original. But other than that, mostly just scan is fine. So again, for the process, send me an email and we can start from there. The next question says, can you tell us about the privileges and resources of your school library? Thank you for that. So yes, we have a very nice school library. We have lots of books and resources in Japanese and in English. And we also have lots of manga for students who want to relax, unwind, and study Japanese by reading manga. And you can take and check out any book that you want. We have about 1,000, 2,000 books. It's not a huge library, but we have a lot of books for students who want to study. And you just tell your homeroom teacher that you want to borrow a book, you write a piece of paper, and that's it. Oh, the next question is, where can I watch the recording of this? So this is the J-MENA project. We'll upload today's presentation onto YouTube, so you can watch us again later, I think.
Yes, we will upload, on YouTube.
So you can watch my very embarrassing presentation again as many times as you want, rewind and record and all that thing, all that. Oh, and there's one more question again. わざわざ日本語で答えてくれてありがとうございます。 パスポートを持っていますか？いう経験が切れてます。留学が決まった後にパスポートの更新続き始めてもいいですか？はい、そうです。大丈夫です。パスポートは、手続き、始まってからでも大丈夫です。たまになんかパスポートを持ってない人でも、留学手続き始まって、で、なんかまあ、その間にもパスポートも作ることは、してる人もいます。全然、パスポートは、後からでも全然構いません。もちろん、ビザが作るまでに作ってください。それがないと、ビザ作ることはできません。Hi, the next question. I'm a working adult. My question is, do I have to attend all the classes physically, or do you offer an online classes? So no, our school is completely offline. It's not in the presentation, but yes, our school is on offline. We are Monday to Friday, 4 hours, either in the morning from 9 to 1 p.m. or the afternoon from 1 to 5 p.m. 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. A lot of our students, they come early or they stay late to study Japanese on their own. But we are completely offline. For Japanese language schools in Japan, currently, for the student visa, you're required to attend offline classes in the classroom. Unfortunately, if you're a working adult, you might have to think of a different option because especially our school, we are very intensive. The teachers do not speak English. They do not speak Chinese. They don't speak any other language except for Japanese. So you have to study everything in Japanese. The next question is, do you teach in Kansai dialect? Nandeyanen. That's Kansai dialect. Yes, we teach the normal Japanese, which is it's called Hyojungo. Like that's the standard Japanese for all of Japan. But majority of our teachers are from Kansai, so we do teach. We do have like Kansai dialect classes where you can learn the funny Kansai dialect. Once you've lived here for long enough, you'll just pick it up automatically. My bosses sometimes they get angry at me because I speak with Kansai dialect sometimes on accident instead of using standard Japanese. So it's just something that will come to you naturally as well. So thank you for your question. So now I guess, it's already a little bit past the time. Is there any more questions? Is that all the questions for today?
Yeah, I think that's all questions.
Okay.
Mr. Ahmed, we would like to thank you for this very, very nice and informative presentation. And thank you kindly for your answers to all questions. Okay, thank you for all your participation today. We are looking forward to see you in Japan, in Osaka, Obkg. Have a nice day.
Yes, please. Have a nice day. So my email, Ahmed, AHMED, @japanese.ac.jp. Send me an email about if you want to know about our school in detail. お願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。